Welcome to WxTV, your online source for weatherization training. This episode is about training the weatherization workforce and what the training centers are doing to help accomplish that goal. We'll take a look inside 8 of these centers, new and existing, and see what makes them tick.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Summers. I'm the team lead for training and technical assistance with the Weatherization Assistance Program. I manage the National Training and Technical Assistance Plan, which was developed in order to help the weatherization network during ramp up, and then also to try to help address the issue of what to do post Recovery Act. The whole point of the National Training and Technical Assistance Plan is to help stand up a national residential retrofit workforce. We're here this week in Atlanta to kick off the funding of 26 new and 8 existing weatherization training centers. Bringing everyone together, all of the folks that are working on these training centers is really something that's been unprecedented. Like, this has never happened before where DOE has brought folks together for this type of effort. And there are a number of efforts that we're working on as part of the National Training and Technical Assistance Plan to try to help set those training centers up for success.
Hi, my name is Matt Redman. I'm the Director of Training at New York State Weatherization Directors Association, otherwise known as NYSWADA. We have a 10,000 square foot weatherization training center in Syracuse, New York. We are primarily cold climate experts. We have a very nice center. I have a great group of trainers, and we really enjoy what we do.
Hi, my name is Andy Stone, and I'm the Executive Director of the New York State Weatherization Directors Association. And welcome to NYSWADA's Energy Efficiency Training Center. We've got 7,000 square feet in 2 buildings here. We have a combination of office space, 2 classrooms, and 4 labs. Our labs consist of a heating lab where we do all of our HVAC training. We have a pressure house here where we teach advanced pressure diagnostics. We have an air sealing lab for hands-on air sealing training. And we have an insulation lab where we teach our high-density sidewall insulation.
We make it known to everybody there that they're really giving back to their community and participating and working in weatherization, that we are impacting our community directly, and they're working in their own neighborhoods. And we want them to get enthused. We want them to realize that, hey guys, this is your chance. You're helping your community. You're helping the people you live with. There's a lot of people now that are really hurting in this society. I mean, the economy's bad, and whatever we do is going to help them. It's going to improve them. It's going to make them more comfortable and safer in their own homes. We have a ticker in our office, and I haven't looked at it lately, but the last time I looked at it, we've had a weatherization program in New York State since 1978. Okay. Our estimates, based on the logarithm that we developed for this ticker, is that we saved somewhere in the range of 58 million barrels of oil since '78 with weatherization.
My name is Dave Heppenstall. I'm the Executive Director at the Association for Energy Affordability, AEA. We have our primary training center location is in the Bronx, New York. We have actually a 23,000 square foot facility right now that combines weatherization operations as well as technical services staff that do energy audits on multifamily buildings, as well as our training operations. And so we have trainers and classrooms and boiler lab, and we do we are a weatherization training center. We have been for several years. We are also a BPI affiliate, and we do a fair amount of workforce development training. We are also, AEA is a membership organization of weatherization subgrantees in New York, and we provide direct weatherization services, but we train weatherization staff from all of the agencies. But our special, unique experience and skill really is related to the multifamily side, and that's multifamily training for energy auditors, for pre-audit data collection, for energy modeling, as well as very much for construction management. We're also nationally have gotten an NCAF ExxonMobil grant to provide basically distance learning and multifamily training around the country, a series of sites identified as being ones that have a large number of multifamily buildings and where they may not have done as much multifamily weatherization in the past.
My name is Allison Dillon. I'm a training coordinator with Pennsylvania College of Technology's Weatherization Training Center. It's a long name, but we actually like to keep it pretty simple there. We have a great staff, and my role is to help the director there implement all the training programs that we have, including BPI, EPA-led, and your state certifications for installer, crew chief, and auditor.
Hi, my name is John Manns. I'm the director of the Weatherization Training Center at Penn College. You're in the tactics lab now. This is where everyone begins their career, at least the way we feel they should begin their career as an installer. In this class we teach air sealing, drywall, band joist sealing, glass replacements, vents, dense packing, caulking, basic skills that they'll learn, plus all the theory goes with it. They work about 50-50, hands-on, plus the basic theory on how a house works as a system, and that's tactics. We're going to go over to the diagnostics lab now. This is the heating portion of the lab. What you see set up here is part of our new baseload lab. Let's go to our back house. In this house, this is where we bring our students for their first basic diagnostics training. They'll come in here, and this is where we teach them to look for all the things that can go wrong as they're beginning to learn to be auditors.
One unique thing about our center is that we have a multifamily house that we call Motel 6, where we're able to bring in students to see what housing is like when it's connected to other housing, so they can run a blower door test and see if the leak is in that structure and if it's an adjacent structure. We're also able to use it for a lot of diagnostic testing when you have a lot of students.
My name is Mark Jackson. I'm the director for the New River Center for Energy Research and Training. It's a long name, also abbreviated to NRCERT. We're actually located in Christiansburg, Virginia, kind of southwestern part of Virginia. We do a lot of weatherization for the state of Virginia, but we also do private contracting out to other states like North Carolina, South Carolina, Delaware.
We're outside here at the New River Training Center. I'm Anthony Cox. The training center is located in Virginia. Here's just a little original drawing that we did of the training center, just kind of laying it out. We got our office area, a couple classrooms. There's actually a hallway in the front and the back of the building. There's like a pressure house lab, then an HVAC lab, and then an air sealing lab, which is really, you know, the insulation and stuff. So we try to keep that separate from the heating systems and things, so we kind of keep that as the dirty part of the lab, so to speak. And then the mobile home is outside, and then we have another diagnostic lab, the one we call Grandma's House, is further on out here.
And you were asking about what sets us apart. I'll tell you, for us, what we found is not only Anthony Cox, who designed the House of Pressure about 10 years ago, and we actually sell those to universities, to other weatherization agencies. But the other big thing for us is we really advocate a two-part training process. The first week is actually a classroom session in our training center. We're a very controlled environment. We can provide a lot of different scenarios that would occur out in the field, maybe in 10 different houses, whereas you have it in just one house where we control dampers and different things. And then we have that second part. We actually go into the field with one of our traveling trailers. A team of 2 to 3 trainers will train anywhere from 8 to 12 weatherization installers, energy auditors. And that second week is crucial to understanding the true building science and all the measures they've learned when they've been in the actual hands-on training sessions.
Just another day in paradise, Ben.
I'm John Phelps. I'm with LeCap's Training Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm the Energy Director. We administer LAHEAP, which is a Low-Income Energy Assistance Program, and Weatherization, which is probably the topic of the day right now. We have a training center in Baton Rouge for weatherization work. It's about 17,000 square feet. Of that, 11,000 is used for trainings on a weekly basis. We usually run about 8 to 10 trainings a month. We've trained over 500 people since we opened. We just opened about a year ago, and Louisiana was in much need of having a centralized training center.
We have 3 diagnostic cabins used for various training. We have 2 classrooms. We have a pressure lab used for CAS testing and carbon monoxide testing. We also have an electric baseload lab used for air conditioner, baseload tests, lighting, and we have a health and safety lab for RRP and lead-safe weatherization.
Some of the things we're looking to do in the near future are to add to our field trainings to complement the centralized training, and also we're developing a how-to project, some concise 3 to 5 minute videos where the installer, the crew chief, the weatherization folks can learn how to do one specific topic at a time versus several. Well, we think that there's a huge void in the weatherization network, as most people have kind of know around the country. Weatherization was formulated in Maine, the Northeast, the cold climates, and now it's really a national, almost international program, and we feel like that there's a niche for the hot, humid climate that really hasn't been fully developed, and we think we're right on the cusp of really helping people understand that a little bit more about that. So a lot of our trainings are geared toward understanding how that climate coincides with the weatherization work, what we can and cannot do to the homes, which is much different than maybe in a cold climate.
My name is Michael Furs, and I'm the Technical Program Manager for the New Mexico Energy Smart Program. It's what we call weatherization in New Mexico. And we are one of the new training centers with ARA funding, and what we're doing is partnering with a local community college and several contractors to put together a holistic training package for our weatherization crews, energy auditors, trainers, and inspectors. Right now, we brought our trainers on board, and we're getting ready to close out an RFP to determine the location of the training center. And then we're starting the development of the online curriculum. Something that makes our training center special is the fact that we're going to have bilingual curriculum, both in terms of the online setting and the classroom setting. In New Mexico, we've got a lot of folks who are coming to us as English as a second language, and what we've found in our trainings in the past is that folks who don't have an ease of communication with the instructor, it acts as a barrier, and it prevents them from asking questions that are critical to job performance. And we want to make sure that those linkages are made in our training, so that when they get out into the homes, they can serve the clients to the best of their abilities. And another thing that we find is complicated is that a lot of our clients are Spanish speaking, and communicating about the building science and the act of weatherization is sometimes difficult. And what we're trying to do is provide a way to offer a bilingual discussion about weatherization, so that folks who don't speak Spanish can still use terminology as well. In addition, New Mexico generally is a rural state, and what we're looking to do in addition to having the center is having a mobile field training unit, so we can go out into the field and provide training on the spot to these rural areas. And I think that'll really allow the program to serve the entire state at the same level of quality that we do in the urban areas. Part of what we're doing as well, in addition to providing this bilingual communication, is working with community colleges that already have sustainable building technologies programs underway, so that folks can be brought into the weatherization training program, and as they move through our career ladder and see opportunities elsewhere, they can be linked up with photovoltaics, wind, and other kinds of renewable energy programs.
My name is Mike Johnson. I'm the State Weatherization Program Manager for Utah. And for years, Utah has always talked about having a training center, but we've just laughed about it because our training and technical assistance budget has just been so small. It was inadequate to even try to attempt it. When the ARA monies were announced and it became clear that we were going to be getting a large sum of money, we immediately went out and started looking at the various other training centers. So we designed a facility at what's called the Freeport Center in Clearfield, about 25 minutes north of Salt Lake. We're sharing the facility with our Tri-County Weatherization program, which has been a really good partner. We have about 14,000 square feet of space for the training center.
The centerpiece of our facility is a 1,280 square foot, 2-story demonstration training house. We've peeled back the layers of construction so that we can show people what is behind the paint and paper and carpet in the home so that they can understand the house as a whole system.
It does everything any of the house of pressures do. We do a blower door test, duct blaster test, pressure pans, infrared. So we have all the problems we typically run into in a regular house built into it. So we have 100+ items on our treasure hunt list where we send our people through and they can find all these different problems and issues. And we have a full sheet metal shop, a couple of large open training areas, and a second house for insulating purposes where we can insulate it and remove it and redo it again. So we're anticipating having a full service facility for all aspects of the construction and energy fields. The whole process really gets the creative juices flowing, and you think of all these neat things you want to do, and in the end it does create a better product. And the more minds you involve in the process, the more and better and more refined ideas you come up with. And we found that by involving a larger group of people, that it really made a huge difference in what we were able to accomplish.
Hi, my name is Mike Vogel. I'm the director of the Montana Weatherization Training Center located in Bozeman, Montana. We've been a weatherization training center here since 1991. Providing training and certification and technical assistance to weatherization crews and contractors. And we have a 15,000 square foot facility with multiple classrooms where we're able to do concurrent trainings on the same day, the same week, to a multiple number of different types of weatherization workers, installers, auditors, managers, and so forth. As a training center, we're very similar to a lot of the other training centers in that we provide year-round full-service weatherization training. There are several things that make us unique as a weatherization training center. One is that we do a lot of work and focus on health and safety issues as it pertains to weatherization. As an example, we've just completed a weatherization and asbestos research project. We have spent a lot of time in developing curriculum and doing training as it pertains to lead-based paint. Our Native American communities are another unique audience for our training. We provide training, and we go out and do training at nations and reservations throughout the country. We also provide training by use of a mobile classroom. The mobile classroom can accommodate up to 12 very comfortably at tables and chairs, all-weather training center that has air conditioning, that has heat, and so we can roll up on site or roll up to a community and provide training. Another feature of our weatherization training center is the exploration of a weatherization degree. This degree would be a 1 or a 2-year associate degree in weatherization. This would provide those that are already taking courses at their training centers an opportunity to get credit for those courses for a degree. Last but not least is a very fun project that we've been involved with that is sponsored by the National Community Action Foundation and ExxonMobil, and you're seeing the results of that program right now, called WxTV. It has a great national following. We provide weekly online episodes that anyone could view through weatherization.org.
Well, that's it for another episode of WxTV. Training has made a big leap in this last year to meet the demands of a new workforce. We hope that through this episode you can see that the technology is more advanced, the hands-on training is more realistic, and the opportunity for exchanging information is better than ever. And thanks for watching. WxTV, your online source for weatherization information, techniques, and expert advice.